Hey there, Leo Sun, Leo Moon, Leo Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. I was trying to get into your energy before I turned on the cameras, and I got to tell you, I'm having a lot of trouble with that today. Yours. Having trouble getting into your energy. I heard Can't Buy Me Love by the Beatles, and I heard Looking for Love in All the Wrong Places. And about the only other thing is I kind of saw you standing at the edge of this deep canyon, trench, something, and you wanted to get to the other side, and you were like, I don't know if I can get there from here. So let's just see what Spirit wants to talk about today, because it looks to me like there's some kind of a confusion about your love life going on with you. Like you're not really sure what's happening, or you're not sure that you can get what you want. So, okay. All right. So based on that, I think maybe, because here we have the Four of Cups, somebody is offering somebody an opportunity, and the other person is not paying attention, not noticing. They're thinking about what they don't have instead of seeing what the offer is that's coming in. See how his cups of coffee are spilt and he looks really sad and depressed about it. And someone's like, but dude, here's some water. Water's better for you than the caffeine anyways. And you're like, I'm sad because I don't have my caffeine. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles is about paying attention to details, working hard, noticing everything, putting the effort in, trying to put the polish and the shine on a project. And so is somebody offering you an opportunity and you're not paying attention to the detail and you're missing it? Or do you feel like you work so hard and you're offering someone an opportunity and they're missing it? Could easily be that. So let's see what it is. Obviously, you're working hard, though. So it could be two different things, too. It could be that your work life is super busy and your love life is boring. Leo doesn't like boring. Right? I don't have to tell you that. So, all right. So let's go ahead and walk into this week and see what we have here. I do want to remind you to always check out your sun, your moon, and your rising. Your sun sign is your personality, not your personality, but it's how you view the world. It's the core of you. It's the values that you have. And your rising sign is your personality. It's the part that the world sees. It's how they're going to interact with you. And your moon sign is how you're going to feel and respond to planetary alignments, people's energy, how you feel about things. So we walk in with this moon in your second house in Virgo. And that is about your sense of self-worth, self-esteem. What do you value, financial? So kind of makes sense with you standing there looking across the abyss trying to figure out what it is that you're trying to figure out. But I do want to remind you that the abundance of the universe is flowing. And so if you feel like it's not flowing to you, then go ahead and accept the offers that come in. Start counting your blessings. Notice what you do have instead of worrying about what you don't have. So counting your blessings and creating a gratitude list, it attracts more abundance of blessings into your life because it changes the energy around you. Now you're in an abundant mindset. And so create that abundant mindset by writing it down and making a list. We have perception and formation. So perception is how you're viewing things. So are you viewing things like from an attitude of loss and disillusionment? Or are you looking for the opportunities that are involved in all that? And so the formation would be, how do you want to create something? Using your mind as that beautiful gift that it is to create, to manifest what you want in your life. Instead of worrying about what you don't have, focus on what you do have and on what you want to create. You co-create with the universe. So what is it that you want? So the moon is going to move into Libra on Monday at 2:07 a.m. So Monday and Tuesday. And that is your third house of communication, short distance travel, siblings. And this is about the path forward and you assessing the situation, the steps of how to get there. So there's the path. You see, I think you see in the distance what it is you want. You're looking across the channel at what you want, but you're trying to assess, how do I get there from here? And so I wanted to, because it's in Libra, and I feel like we're between the eclipses, and so everybody's trying to find their balance, and I wanted to see what chakra work would benefit you the most during this little time frame that we have here, and we have balance. So we have expansion and balance. Expansion is in the throat chakra. It is about speaking your truth, knowing your truth. It's also about opening up to the guidance from your guides to help you find your truth so that you can stand in it. And then the balance is in your third eye chakra. It's in the third eye chakra. And so trying to find balance there, this is about your perception. This is about you finding the good and creating the balance around yourself. Instead of focusing on the negative, use your third eye to open up to the abundance of the universe by focusing on the positive. I think that what's going on with you this week, it's all about your perception. The exact same set of circumstances have two ways of looking, at least two ways of looking at them. And so, like say this is the let's do it this way. This is the situation. Okay, let me see if I can get this really close. If you're looking at it from this way, it looks like one thing. If you start walking around and you start observing things, then you'll find other things. So it's about your vantage point and what is it that you're seeing, right? It doesn't look the same from every direction. And whatever the situation that you're in, if you wander around and you look at it from different perspectives, I think you're going to find the answer that you're seeking, but you're not going to find it by sitting there doing nothing and feeling miserable. So the formation of a plan to expand your life out, to create that balance that comes from Libra, it's about your perception. It starts there. That's where I think you begin to start moving things in the direction that you need to move it in, is by looking at the situation a little differently. And on Wednesday, when that moon moves into Scorpio, that is your fourth house of home. And that's about discernment and what are you afraid of? Like, we have discernment using that third eye again to create that balance, right? And then this fear. There's this fear. Or in this case, it looks like many fears of things that you're not, that also could be having too many things to do and being afraid you don't have enough time. That's definitely part of it. Again, that's perception. I always have enough time and energy and resources for everything that I want to do. See how she's being protected? She's in a golden egg of protection. This is about healing and allowing the divine healing to come in and know that you are protected by spirit, by your guides, by the divine. You are being protected and healed. Those are Reiki hands reaching out to heal a situation. That obviously, this discernment and the fears, it seems to me that you're in a situation where you need to find your balance, where you've been feeling a little, like you lost a lot of things. So, and maybe you feel like you worked really hard and it was a waste of time. But nothing's ever a waste of time. We always learn things. There's no such thing as a waste of time. Except maybe video games. Leave your nasty comments below. Okay, so here we go. Wow. All right, so the moon is going to move into Sagittarius on Friday. So Friday and Saturday, that is in your fifth house of fun and romance. And you need boundaries. Or someone's putting up boundaries, or you need boundaries, but the issue is boundaries. So what is a healthy boundary for fun and romance? Do you make fun of people? Do people make fun of you? And they think they're being funny, they're having fun at your expense, but it's really not that funny, or is that the other way around? Maybe you need to stand up and speak. We have willpower. Having the will to establish good, healthy boundaries for yourself and being willing to help recognize and support other people's healthy boundaries. And then focus. Focus on the transformation that you want to bring about. And again, that third eye is being highlighted here. And oh my gosh, giving birth. I think this showed up in Geminis. So, giving birth. I am bringing forth new and dynamic energy into the world. It is the formation of this new thing. This is the perception, though. And so begin with this. I am giving birth to new and dynamic energy. Where you've been feeling like nothing's been happening, I am bringing forth new and dynamic energy, and I am soaring into joy. So this is about perception, formulating your perception, looking at where your situation is in a different light, so that you can really enjoy it. I'm going to turn off this light so you can see those cards better, but just the lighting today. The clouds keep going in and out, and so it started out really dark, and then it got light, and anyway. All right. So, change your perception, change your experience. It's up to you. When you want to look at something a little differently, and you want to look for the joy in it, and you want to look for the blessing in the lessons, that's when things start getting really easy. We're going to keep this card because it definitely wanted out, and here we go. So you have magenta, connect to your deepest inner knowing, right? That's listening to spirit, that's expanding that, and you have auburn, ground yourself. So get outside, go for a walk in nature, change your energy. And try to look at things a little differently and speak to spirit. And let's like, what is it? What are you trying to teach me? How should I be looking at this that's better? Look for the good stuff in it. Sit down and write it down. Like, put it on paper so it feels a little more solid, a little more real. And see if that doesn't make your week go a little better. We do have that eclipse coming up. And so something is going to exit your life in order to allow the next new cycle of fresh energy to come in. You're giving birth to this. It looks like giving birth to this attitude of joy and fun. And so being willing to let go of what's not working is something that will really benefit you moving forward. All right, Leo, you take care and we'll talk soon.